The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now Peterson running right, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The first throw for the backup Haskins. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 24, check 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now Trubisky to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Chicago.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen, sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .31 yards on the punt there, and the Bears take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays, because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Burton. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down, Bears.
Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Cohen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 55 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
2nd down, Haskins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. He'll field this at the 5. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Kill, 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 kill. Rotate, spell. Swing. Tighten up. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, check, check.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey. Check 24. 6 guys. Check 6.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside. Trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First down, Chicago.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
80 weapon. Watch the safety creep.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
I got him. He's mine. 58, boy. 58, come on. Check.
The first thrown out for the backup, Keenum. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1st down, here's the run with Peterson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, Peterson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Here goes the high. 52, 57's down. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Okay.
Now a give, right side. It's Thompson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Redskins are able to get a score back.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field is, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Now that Redskin offense coming back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now this throw caught left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run on first down. Cohen. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On third down, it's Cohen. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check it back.
On the ground, it's Thompson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Keenum going to throw. And, he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, 18. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Watch the screen. Hey, 18.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 16.
24-yard gain.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. 3rd down here. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Thompson, and from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Chicago, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.